Meanwhile, Betty's in there reading her fucking smut. I'm kidding. Okay, hi guys, I am back with Riverdale, a day late again, and trust me, it's not because I didn't try. Last night I was ready to watch it live, had it up, had it going, everything, was actually watching it. We were on Tornado Watch yesterday, so like, it's not a warning, but it's a watch, meaning like it could happen. And because of that, the channel, the CW that Riverdale is on, had just like that border of like weather alerts and stuff. And so I was like, okay, whatever, you know, I could just edit the episode in later and like so people don't have to look at that. But then I started the episode and the guy on the news was still talking. So I'm like, okay, what the hell? Like, I know Riverdale starts on time, so what's going on? And then it jumps to Riverdale and Riverdale's already playing. And so I'm like, okay, well, I must not have missed much. It's only a little bit, whatever, da-da-da. I watched like 2 minutes. It goes back to the weather guy. And so at that point, and he kept talking for like 3 minutes long. And I'm like, I don't want to miss like big chunks of the show. So I'm very sorry. I'm very upset. I was so ready to do it. I planned it all day. I got it all ready and it just didn't work out. And unfortunately, next week is not going to work out either because I'm getting surgery on Monday on my knee. And I'm going to be not a good place for a little bit. So I'm hoping that I can at least like be able to do some work later in the week and kind of get myself up at least, like maybe even just to watch stuff, because it's going to be like, I'm going to be sleeping a lot, I think, in a lot of pain. But it's the first part of the surgery, so it's not the biggest part, but it's still very harsh, you know. So I'm excited to get that done though and just finally find out what's like going on with my knee, but sad that it's gonna like delay some of the shows. But just know that that's where I'll be if I don't post it right away. It's because I'm having knee surgery. But yeah, I just want to get right in this, guys. Just a quick reminder, if you want to see the uncut reaction to Riverdale, the link at the top of my description will take you to my Patreon, and there we can watch the full episode together, the whole hour-long episode, not just what's on YouTube. And you will also get every other episode of Riverdale that I've reacted to so far, as well as every other show that I react to. It's all in one tier. It's not like show by show, so you get one $5 tier for the month, and it gets all the shows. So if you're interested and you want to check that out, definitely do so. Otherwise, they're still going to be on YouTube, just heavily edited. But other than that, let's get this episode, guys. I'm excited. Okay, wait. I want to clarify one thing. Some people were mad about me saying that, like, if Cheryl was straight and I didn't ship Archie, that they would be cute together. First of all, ma'am, I'm a lesbian. Second of all, Cheryl is a lesbian. So clearly that's not ever going to happen. Third of all, these are not real people. They're not going to be damaged by me saying, oh, if Cheryl was straight and Archie and Betty weren't a thing, they would be kind of cute. They're not going to be hurt by that. It doesn't erase anything. Like, this isn't a world that doesn't actually exist, is what I'm saying. Like, if this was a reality. And it's the same thing of, like, you know, I've had gay friends that I'm like, hey, if you were a woman and I was a man, we would be perfect for each other, you know, like gay guy friends. And that's not discrediting my sexuality or discrediting their sexuality. We're just saying, you know, like, hey, we would be a good couple because we get along together. That's it. That's all I meant by that. I'm not erasing anybody's sexuality, so please don't think that. I apologize if that was offensive to anybody. I mean, I was just like playing around like in an alternate universe, you know, but that's obviously not the case here. But yeah, I want to get right into this, guys. Here we go.
You drew this picture, didn't you?
False.
And
Nope.
they're meant to be your mother and father.
Nope.
Yes.
Don't know what that is.
It was a joke.
Then why did Mr.
Don't know who those
Jones
people are.
hide it under his mattress?
He never did it. He should just straight up say, like, I hid them because it looked bad, you know, like at that point.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, Mr.
Shut
Jones.
the fuck up.
These
Are you a judge?
tell a very
Shut up.
disturbing story.
Jughead, what's happening?
You're railroading us.
Let's go, Jughead.
I miss Tabitha.
Where do you get off, Andrew's taking advantage of my sister?
What?
Going all the way with her at Veronica's makeout party.
Okay, first of all, you encouraged me to date
They
Cheryl.
definitely did
And
not.
second of all, I didn't.
We didn't. We kissed. That's all we did.
We did more than that, Archie. I mean,
We
Bella
connected
Lugosi
heart to
didn't give me
heart.
this beauty mark.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
true.
By saying that we did, it's helping me with a problem I'm having. Just know that by corroborating my story,
I will die if he's the person that she comes out to first. I will die. That would be so cute if that's the case. Because, like, honestly, he's, like, such a sweet guy that I feel like he would be the safest person to come out to, you know? To say, like... And also she's kind of being obvious by saying, like, by corroborating my story. But, like, I feel like at this time period, people were pretty oblivious to that.
You'd be protecting me.
Protecting you? How? And from whom?
My family. Anyway, it's just a little white lie, right? Really. How is it hurting?
It's hurting Betty. That's who it's gonna hurt.
Did you glean something from it?
See, this is the part I got to see.
I
Ready?
think so. I think I know what you want.
And then it ended right here.
I want to wait until marriage.
Oh, I see.
At that point, I would be like, nah, dude, clearly this is not what you want. I'm over it. Imagine waiting for your boyfriend for that long and then him telling you, like, oh, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that. Like, it's not because of you. It's not because of my attraction to you. It's just because of this. And then all of a sudden, like, you finally kind of get there and then he's just like, I'm going to wait till we're married. It's like, come on, no.
I'm not okay with you making all of the decisions in this relationship, Kevin. So, as far as I'm concerned, we're not going steady anymore.
She dumped him. Holy shit. Finally. I thought, instead of saying, like, I'm not okay with you making all the decisions, I thought she was going to be like, I'm not okay with that. Like, forcing him to. I was going to be like, ooh, that's not good.
Kevin and I broke up.
Please.
Also, I love that they have a friendship in
did he
this,
do?
like, that they're closer.
Well, we were talking about having a more physical relationship.
You wanted to wait till marriage?
Eat it.
No, Kevin said he wanted to wait until marriage.
Her gaydar is going to go off, I bet you.
Maybe this breakup is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Because she's like, I'm here now. No, just kidding. But we know Betty's attracted to her. I don't know how I feel about this. I want Jabitha. Don't get me wrong. I don't know how I feel about this, though. Because, like, part of me is like, no. The other part of me is like, they're kind of cute.
Not much. Just that they can only
Like, I
hold
kind
us
of dig,
legally
like,
for
the
24
nerd
hours.
slash
After
popular
which they either
actress
have to release
vibe.
us or charge us.
Nora Charles? The Thin Man is one of my favorite films.
I had a feeling.
Aw. See, they're kind of cute. What the f? I don't know if, like, present day Veronica and Jughead would be cute, but, like...
Is it true what she's saying you and Cheryl did?
Oh.
How did this happen?
Well...
Mom, I don't really feel comfortable discussing this with you.
You think I do? Because you and I are going over the Blossoms for dinner to figure out a
Oh my
path
god.
through this mess.
Isn't this what she wanted? She wanted Cheryl to do all this shit, but now suddenly she's not okay with it. Seems like her own problem.
As for my trip, well, it was productive.
The hair. We're
What?
matching.
Arming themselves against us, infiltrating us, undermining our very way of life.
Yeah, them. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Russia is a big...
I do like their relationship, not romantic, relax. Also, his hair is growing out a lot. They should have touched it up. Like, you could literally see all the brown.
I'm sorry I never got to meet your dad. You
Aw.
must miss him a lot.
Yeah, he was my best friend.
Aw.
That is so sweet.
Westerns.
Aw.
Those were his favorites.
Aw.
Mine too.
I like their friendship.
And afterwards we'd go to Pops for...
Because I feel like I might have said this in another video. And again, this is not diminishing her sexuality. I'm not saying that. But, like, if she was straight and there was a person for her, I feel like it would be Archie. And honestly, I feel like they could be friends. They kind of are now, but, like, I feel like in present day, I feel like they could have, like, a closer friendship. But Cheryl only lets, like, her partners see that side of her, you know, like that soft side where, like, he's talking about his dad and she's just, like, melting because it's so sweet, you know? I feel like if she let more people see that side of her, I feel like she would really get along with Archie as friends.
We joke about riding out west to California to live on a ranch.
Also, when I say if she was straight, he would be the person that would be good for her. Again, that's not me erasing her sexuality. That's no different than me and my gay friend being like, hey, we could be great together, but we're both gay, so we're not. You know? Come on.
Being cowboys.
Aww.
I think about that a lot.
Aww. And I'm glad that, like, the person she's using as a beard is somebody that's like sweet like him, you know, that isn't gonna push her into doing things that she doesn't clearly want to do. That shot's really cool. Oh,
You know what?
shit.
Betty, let's go. You don't want to see this.
See what?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What the fuck is he doing out in open like that, though? Does he just not care? Maybe he just assumed she wouldn't go there? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But, like, for it being in the 50s, you think that he wouldn't...
Oh my gosh.
Come out, like, wouldn't be out in public doing that before he comes out. See, now I feel like I gotta walk on eggshells with what I say about gay people, even though I'm one of them. I'm not saying, let me clarify so nobody gets mad, I'm not saying that he should hide it. I'm just saying I'm surprised he doesn't because of the time period that they're in.
This doesn't account for Ethel's whereabouts at the time of the murders.
That may be the case, but
But let my boyfriend free.
Jughead, can't you? I'm sorry, but is that cell gonna unlock itself?
Thankfully, I managed to get Ethel to finally open up.
She told you where she was when her parents were killed?
Mm-hmm. And her reluctance to fess up makes sense, too.
I feel like I was
Turns
like,
out she was doing the car seat job.
I'm glad they're finally out of high school, so now some of the stuff they do is more realistic and not weird, and then they put them back in high school.
With, get this, Julian Blossom.
What the f?
When instead he took her to Lover's Lane and tried to put the moves on her.
What the f?
As Ethel described it, she welcomed it at first, but...
Maybe
Julian
this is
decided to
how...
be a little handsy.
Ew. Oh! Maybe this is how they're gonna kind of get rid of him before they go back.
So it's up to Julian to do the honorable thing. God help us.
If anybody can get out of him, it's her, because he's got a thing for her.
Did you break up with Kevin today? Oh, Betty.
Guilty.
Why did
Mind
you
your
do
business.
that? He is so upset. He's devastated.
No, he's not.
Mrs. Keller doesn't know where he is. She's
Don't out
worried
him, though.
sick.
Please don't out him.
A very manly shoulder.
Oh, God. Come on, Betty.
And here, honey, come sit.
It's one thing. Is she gonna tell her, like, who cares? Just be with him anyway.
Even if he does.
Oh, my God.
It's just a phase. See, carnal passion like that, it never lasts. It will fade.
Dude, you're insane. I hope she doesn't tell Kevin's mom. It'd be different if, like, she says that to a friend, but, like, because of the fact that they clearly communicate, I'm worried that she's gonna out him to his mom.
Relationship for 2 years. I know. And if he's going through some
Yeah,
kind
and
of
this is
sexual identity
where we're at
crisis,
now.
don't you owe
After
it
2
to him
years.
to help him through it?
No. She's so fucking annoying. I can't.
Holy heck.
They really had to, like, do it like that, though. That's really how cops and, like, the FBI and stuff do that. Like, oh! Where's the doggy? Also, why wasn't he concerned earlier?
Hot dog.
He better find hot dog.
The best thing to do would be for you and Cheryl to get married.
Bro.
Married?
Based on your
Aren't
actions.
Cheryl and I too young to do that?
Dr. Werthers will be giving you and Cheryl a test tomorrow.
I have to take a test now, too?
A compatibility
What the
test.
They're not gonna pass.
And psychologically ready to get married.
They're not. He's telling you right now they're not.
But if you're old enough to do what you did,
So,
then you're
arranged
old enough
marriage.
to take responsibility for it.
Interesting. I didn't think that that storyline was gonna go that way. She's normally kind of a voice of reason. I guess in the 50s she hasn't been. She's been pretty crazy.
I'm never late.
Oh.
I'm scared, Fangs.
Don't worry, baby. I love you. We're gonna figure this out. I promise.
It's not Toni. Watch them go back to present day, though. Oh my god, I guess Mitch is dead. I was gonna say, watch them go back to, like, their present day, and he's got 2 kids now.
You were the only one that was with her when her parents were 86, so you can be her alibi. But you need to tell the truth to Sheriff Keller.
I'm not doing that.
Why not?
I'm a Blossom. It would be
We don't tell the truth.
cheap thrills, I guess. What the hell, Jones?
The way he
You
punched
disgust
them.
me, Julian.
Spit on
People
him.
like you make my stomach churn.
Good for him. I love that he defended her like that.
Ethel's free to go, right?
Yeah, she's no longer an active suspect.
Aw,
Though an adult is gonna need to sign
thank
her.
God.
The Coopers are on their way. They've agreed to take her in again.
I was gonna say, her parents are dead. It has to be Hal.
Do you come from similar backgrounds?
No.
The Blossoms are descended from European barons and baronesses.
My dad used to talk about how Grandpa Artie and his wife barely survived the Dust Bowl.
Very good.
You know, I pride myself on getting along with pretty much everyone.
Do you understand the concept of marriage? You must remain faithful. It goes against our nature as men, of course, but...
Bro, shut up. I hate when
word,
people say that.
Sympathetic ear, and a...
It pisses me off, though, how the other two questions, he's marked them as, like, passing once Archie speaks. So, like, anything Archie says, it goes. What she says as a woman doesn't matter. Pretty on point.
Mrs. Andrews and I are related.
You don't want
Yes,
him
that's
her to have sex, but you want to get married? I'm not even joking, and I'm pretty sure my grandma had that chair. That's f***ing crazy. That brings back so much memories.
Mitch thinks that she might be in trouble.
Oh, jeez. Are you sure?
Not 100%, but yeah, pretty sure.
When I was trying to do my hair today, listen, I'm having a bad hair day. Let's not talk about it. It took me like an hour to even get it to a point where I was fine to film with it. But one of my hairs kept doing that, and it like purposefully, not purposefully, I guess. It was doing it even though I was trying to get it back. It kept coming back forward and curling. I was like, ooh, I should be in Greece right now.
Me and Mitch are gonna meet at the biology lab at school tonight at midnight. That'll give me enough time to gather the supplies we need to make our own test. Can you dig it? Big Daddy?
Can you dig it? Oh, okay.
Kev, can we talk?
I hope they can at least be friends, but I hope she doesn't listen to her stupid mom. I feel like they went from, like, Alice used to be annoying as shit to her redeeming herself in the real Riverdale, to then, like, now she's kind of annoying again, and then in 50s she's even more annoying. I miss FP and Alice. They better bring him back for the finale
I don't know
to
what you think you saw, but
end up together.
Clay and I were just kidding around.
Oh, okay.
No, you weren't.
Don't be defensive until you realize what she's gonna say.
Last night was the first time.
Aww.
After you broke up with me, I went to the gym and
Oh my god.
just was bawling my eyes out, and
Oh, okay.
Clay was in the locker room, and he just heard me, and he came in and just talked to me, and
Be honest. Come on.
I wouldn't have wasted your time.
Aw.
But our relationship was not a waste of time.
Aw.
At least not to me.
I'm glad that, like, because I do think he's being honest. I don't think he, like, fully understood his feelings when they were together. You know, I think there was a point at the end when he definitely knew that, like, he doesn't feel that way, but I think he was struggling more and kind of in denial about it because they're doing these things and he just doesn't feel it. He's not feeling it, but then he's feeling it for this guy and he's confused, and I think he finally kind of understood, and I feel like that was when it happened. I don't think that he purposefully, like, misled her, you know? Because all of the actions that he made when they would almost break up were, like, pushing or being pushed his way, like, by Alice. Milkshakes don't sound like that. Come on. I hate when people put sound effects on straws like that. It bugs the shit out of me when people are, like, drinking a drink that has, like, full liquid in it and then they make that noise. Like, why are you putting a sound effect where there doesn't need to be a sound effect? And now that I'm telling you, you're gonna notice it all the time.
Are you sure you really want to go through with this?
Would it really be that bad?
To be married to you? No.
Aw.
Heck no.
That's sweet. But clearly it's not what you want.
I think it's easier to figure out your path when someone's walking alongside you.
I don't know about that. It's easy to figure out your path when someone's pushing you down one.
Maybe you could find it in your heart to write one for me?
Yeah, sure I can.
Aw. I do think too that, like, in Cheryl's head, she's like, again, when I said the whole thing about, like, if she was straight, he could be the person for her, you know, but she's not, so he's not. I feel like that's kind of in her head too, is like, she can't possibly be gay. I can't possibly be gay. Because the reason I say these things with confidence is because this is how I was. I know firsthand that situation. And I was the exact same way dating guys, trying to be normal and not understanding why I didn't feel the way that other people do, why I didn't feel the way that people would describe in movies or friends would say. And, like, I'm just like, I don't get it, you know? Maybe I haven't found the right guy yet. But then, you know, you meet people that you're just like, this person is great for me, but why don't I feel it? Because I don't like men. and I feel like that's kind of where she's at. Is like, she wants that. And again, I wanted it too. And I wanted it because I wanted so badly to not have to be gay. I know that sounds like really messed up. I was terrified. I was terrified of coming out to my family. I was terrified of having anybody know. Now that I'm at where I'm at right now, I look back and I'm like, that's so stupid that I felt that way. But in that moment, it's just panic, you know? And then even in the 50s especially, I can't imagine. She just wants anything. Maybe she will fall in love with this guy. You know, like maybe we could get married and then I'll fall in love with him. That's what she's thinking.
We make a good team. Nick.
Yes, we do. Nora.
That's cute. That's cute.
Do you want to stay at the Pembroke?
No, I'm allergic to silk sheets.
You're in luck then.
They're
because
cotton.
we only have sheets made from the finest Egyptian cotton.
Period.
Really, I insist.
Aw. Aw. Like, why do I ship 50s them, but not present day?
It's a simple process.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna inject some of your pee into our friend here. And if you're pregnant, it's gonna cause a chemical reaction in the frog, causing it to lay eggs overnight.
What the f? They can't just like buy a pregnancy test, or were those not a thing? When were pregnancy tests invented? I'm looking that up. Oh wow, the first at-home pregnancy test was not in drugstores until 1977. That's wild. That's why they're doing that weird ass experiment.
Well, good. You're definitely progress.
Holy shit. You're gonna have a lot of babies. No, I'm kidding.
You two love each other.
Yeah, we do.
Completely. All right, Fangs.
She goes, oh, thank God.
You're gonna have to clean yourself up. Wash the grease out of your hair, put on a button-up shirt, and go ask the Clumps for Midge's hand in marriage.
I can't wash the grease out.
Maybe they'll surprise you.
Damn, we're gonna have a lot of
I wouldn't
weddings.
tell them that Midge has a bun in the oven just yet.
I mean, maybe try to see if they'll say yes, and if they don't, then say, well, she's pregnant, so you kind of have to let us know.
Well, I woke up early. Figure I'd make you a little breakfast as a show of gratitude.
A little?
Little?
Why did you need to make
My typical
15
breakfast consists
pancakes?
of half a grapefruit and a cup of coffee.
I slept like a log. But I'll admit, I do feel a bit like little orphan Annie in here.
Which makes me who? Daddy Warbucks? Why don't you focus on getting a hot dog? And
It's
I'll
cute.
focus on sprucing up your train car.
Aw. It's cute that, like, they're kind of showing each other a little bit of their worlds, you know? Like, even that breakfast thing.
It's lunacy, Arch. Why don't you just tell you?
It's gonna be kind of interesting, though, because, like, she's just broke up with somebody who is gay that she found out, and he's about to find out that his fiance is gay. So it's gonna be kind of like, I bet you they're gonna kind of figure it out together. Or maybe Betty's gonna figure it out because she's gonna, like, put two and two together based on her relationship and how Kevin reacted to certain things, you know? But it's cute how Jughead and Veronica are, like, polar opposites, but they just, like, have certain things in common that, like, make them like each other, you know? And the fact that, like, she's inviting him into her home, and it's, like, this rich, glamorous life, but then he makes her this breakfast that, like, a normal family would eat, you know? But she's so used to just, like, eating grapefruit and coffee and this and that. I don't know. It's just, like, a mixture of their two lives right there, and it's pretty cute.
And it's weird to say, but if I can save her from something, it might help
He
me.
doesn't even know what he's saving her from.
I don't know.
But do you love her?
I could. I mean, according to Dr. Werther's, love grows over time. He showed us a graph. It starts when you're 17 and it peaks when
The fact that he's saying that's funny. But I love how Betty's reaction to that when he said I could was almost like relieved, but also like, you're so stupid. I want to rewind that because I feel like that was like a mixture of the two emotions right there.
I could. I mean, according to Dr.
Right
Werther's,
there,
love
yeah.
grows over time.
Like, really? But then also like, thank God.
What if the love never grows?
What if it can't?
Don't be asinine, Cheryl. You're going to be married by a judge at Thornhill. And I will set Archie up with a part-time job at the Mabel factory, and you'll both graduate high school, of course.
College as well.
That's a waste of time and money.
So she makes no decisions whatsoever.
I'll start you on full-time. Cheryl will help her mother manage
feel like-
Thornhill.
I feel like he's now seeing, despite the real reason why Cheryl needs his help, I feel like he's realizing why, like, she does need his help and how controlling they
Eventually
are.
learning how to run the estate herself.
Why? It's not as if we're gonna live here.
Oh, certainly you will.
I was thinking we could move into my
Make that
parents'
decision
house.
ourselves.
Cheryl. In that hovel.
That's ridiculous. So basically you make no decision for your life at all, ever. Aw.
Wow. I barely even recognized you guys. How did it go with the clumps?
It went horrible.
Stay away from Midge. They don't know she's pregnant. You got 4 months before she starts the show. Which means we have 4 months to make you into a Richie Valens type rock star.
What?
Huh?
That's the plan
Once
you came up
become
with, bitch.
rich
Come on.
And famous and undeniable, you'll repropose to Midge and they'll have no choice but to give you their blessing.
That is a terrible idea. That was the worst idea she could have come up with.
No matter what, you and Midge will be together.
I want Shoni. This is the last season. We better get a lot. Really, the rack.
Wow. You really are like Daddy Warbucks.
Aw,
It's like
cool,
the
though.
Orient Express. Without the
A little
murder,
bit
of
roughed
course.
around the edges and it'll look like his vibe, honestly.
You know, Jughead, you and Hot Dog are more than welcome to stay at the Pembroke. All right, well, I will leave you boys to it.
Look at Hot Dog over there. Looking like Annie's dog. I used to be obsessed with Annie, the original
Do you
Annie.
want to explain this to me?
Oh, shit.
What were you doing in my room? Cleaning it?
Snooping.
I was reading it, Mom. To try to
Pretty
make some sense of
self-explanatory.
my life, since everything that you tell me is backwards and nonsensical. Watch your tongue, little miss.
Since you're f***ing crazy.
It was at my house. That's where Betty found it, Mrs. Cooper.
Aww.
I ordered it from a catalog through the mail.
And I'm not done reading it yet.
Oh!
Betty? Young lady?
I thought Ethel was going to take full responsibility for it. But I guess Betty already kind of admitted to it. My heart
Cheryl, I
hurts
can't
for
go through with
Cheryl.
it. After that crazy talk with your dad, this whole plan is suddenly feeling really wrong to me. Because I have another plan, Cheryl, a better one.
What do you mean?
What if we
Hello?
elope?
Oh,
Go
shit.
out west. Or be, I don't know, a folk singer.
A what?
A folk singer.
A full singer.
You'd be free from whatever's weighing you down here.
No, she won't. It's going to follow her.
Okay.
See,
Okay, let's try it.
being
Let's
as a
see.
person that was in that exact same situation, not the marriage thing, but like that same situation, I was like the same way. It's like, if anything, oh, I hope she helps her. I hope she helps her and like talks about it to her and is like somebody that she can admit it to. But like, again, as somebody that was in that position, like Cheryl, where it was like, I would do anything to not be gay. I feel like if I was in that situation, probably back in the day, because like now it's like doesn't work like that as much, but I feel like I would be the same way. I'm moving away from my crazy ass family, if, like the Blossoms, and marrying somebody that's super sweet and respectful to me. If that can help me, maybe, you know, maybe that will make it better. I could get it. I get it.
About men like you. And I wanted to say that I think
Like-
you're so brave.
About the gays like you.
Swell to the last.
Aww.
Maybe you could give it to Clay.
That's not mine. It's your mom's. She reached out to me. I hope that's okay.
It's not about you. It's about her crazy ass mom.
Running away with Archie would be a huge mistake. You don't
heart.
understand my situation. You can't outrun yourself. Who you are.
Yep.
What makes you think you know me better than I know myself?
I was you. Do you love him?
Archie is a great person.
See, I told you.
With the best heart.
I told you.
And he's nothing like my family.
I told you she's trying to, I mean, she's obviously trying to run from it, but she wants to get away from it because if she gets away from her family, then she can be more herself, and also it gets her away from that lifestyle. And also, you know, if there was anybody that had to be, at least it's Archie. That's exactly that mentality. That's written really well. That wouldn't happen, that moving thing wouldn't happen present day, like when I was in the closet, but like back in the 50s, that definitely would have happened.
Eventually, you're gonna have to look at yourself in the mirror and face who you really are.
And how long can you pretend,
Otherwise,
you know?
just wither
It's-
away.
It's not something you can just keep doing. Aww.
Why, she's gone.
Gone.
What the hell?
Gone where?
I called my friend Janet at Social Services, and she thought it would be best that we send Ethel to the Sisters of Quiet Mercy.
No. Fuck this Alice. I guess present day Alice sucks now anyway.
Is that what you said to Kevin when you told him to pin me?
What on earth are you talking about?
That fridge is dope.
Did you give
and the
this
pink
to
stove.
Kevin and tell him to pin me, Mother? To settle me and my urges
I might have. I don't
down?
remember.
I may have given some advice in passing.
Oh, come off it, Mom.
What are you so afraid of?
She doesn't want her marrying someone like Hal.
I'm here to protect you. I burned it. Your sex book? So you won't be reading it under the covers anymore.
You son of a bitch. Screw her. That jacket is so cute.
It can happen to you.
I love the aesthetic. I wish they kept the like mixed aesthetic time periods. I feel like I'm talking a lot in this episode. I'm so sorry. You know how like the beginning of the series, it wasn't until I think the time jump when they said the year, when they said like class of 2022 or something like that, or 2020? I don't know what it was. I kind of wish that they kept the aesthetic of, is it the 50s? Is it the 60s? Is it the 80s? Is it the 2000s? They never like actually specified. Like the TVs were old as hell, the cars were old, like some of the stuff looked new, they had phones, but it was like mixed and they never clarified. I kind of wish they kept that so that they could do stuff like this. But I guess all the clothes were pretty modern.
I can't go out west with you. This has been the most beautiful pipe dream, but that's all it is, a fantasy.
Poor Archie.
I have to face the music. I can't keep running from all my problems.
I wish she would tell him though, so like he's not the one like devastated and heartbroken.
You are going to make some girl very happy, and she is going to want to go with you to California.
No, she's gonna stay with you in Riverdale like you want.
That girl isn't.
It's Betty. Oh, right.
But maybe she lives right next door to you.
Cheryl's a Archie.
One of those sweet poems of yours.
Aww. Even she knows. Like, dude, everything you're looking for in a woman is Betty. I'm sorry, but it is. Oh my god, wait. I'm nervous. Hold on. I'm nervous. Is this gonna happen right now? Or are they gonna talk about it? Or is she gonna tell her that she didn't go? I'm nervous.
I decided not to leave with Archie. For many reasons.
One of them being you.
Why don't you start by reading this book? See if anything in it resonates with you. Not for me, but
for you.
For yourself.
I love how respectful Toni is, though. Like, she's respectful of the fact that, like, this is clearly something that Cheryl needs to figure out on her own and not be, like, influenced by a relationship. Aww. Meanwhile, Betty's in there reading her fucking smut. I'm kidding. I know her book's gone. I'm just kidding. Aww. Them to this song. Shoni and Archie to this song. Oh, he's gonna go give it to her.
Uncle Frank.
What the
What are you
hell?
doing here? Your mom called. Caught me up on everything. Sounded like I needed to come to town to knock some heads.
What? Oh shit, this one they're gonna kiss,
staying in
huh?
some home for wayward children with a bunch of nuns.
Poor Ethel.
You fought hard to save her, Jughead, and you did.
You did everything you
did save her.
Aww. I like that look when he's like, whoa, is this what's happening right now? I don't hate it. Why am I here for this? Why are they kind of cute? What the fuck? Why are they cute? Why are they kind of cute?
Wowee.
You can say that again.
Why are they kind of cute? Hold on. Listen, jab at the end game, but like, why are they kind of cute? That was such a good ep. Oh my god. I mean, I don't think Jughead and Veronica are gonna be endgame, but like low-key, they're kind of cute. There we go. That was season 7, episode 4, I think, of Riverdale. This was really good. I'm actually very impressed by this episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm glad that they wrapped up that Cheryl and Archie relationship thing pretty quickly, because it kind of gave us that Beard storyline. And that's another thing too about people that were upset at that storyline. It's like, this is very real, and this is how people not only act today, but situations that most definitely happened in the 50s. And I can tell you there's millions of people that are gay and were gay from then that spent their whole life with a man married to a man hiding that. So it's very realistic, in my opinion, that even happened. But shit hits the fan because Archie's mom finds out from Cheryl, or from Penelope, that they had sex, even though they didn't, and they talked about it. And I love that Cheryl kind of told him, like, I know we didn't, but, like, please keep this secret, you're protecting me, you know? And he asked no questions. He's just, like, such a good guy. Like, clearly all the women love him. So they're kind of getting forced into this like arranged marriage situation. Cheryl's dad is pretty much like, you're going to go here and I'm going to give him a part-time job and then he's going to take over. This time you're going to live here. You're going to not go to college. You're going to like just immediately all of a sudden told them what they're going to do with their life pretty much. And of course, Archie and Cheryl are like, no, like what? No, that's not the life we want. And thankfully, in the end, Archie even was like, well, what if we elope in California? What if we move away and go just like live a life there? And I'm glad that Cheryl ended it quickly because like, if he had a second to even think, you don't love this person. You're saying you could love her, but you want to elope in California and then go run away from your whole life to be with this person. Like, no. You don't need to elope when you don't even want to marry her in the first place. And I don't know what the promo for that next episode is because it looks like it's Cheryl and Archie in bed. I do think that that's not real. It has to like be fake. And so I'm assuming that this is Jughead's like stories being told or something. Maybe like his story is he writes that. I don't know. Betty and Kevin finally break up. Bless. Finally, they break up. It's because he comes over with the book and is like, yeah, I'm gonna wait till marriage. And then she's like, okay, you know what? Like, I'm not okay with this. You give me excuse after excuse after excuse and then say, I'm going to wait till marriage. And it's kind of like similar to Alice and what she's saying. It's like, okay, so you want me to go our whole relationship being self-conscious because I don't know if you actually think of me that way and then marry you. And then we could find out if you actually think of me that way. Like, no, we're not doing that. And it's kind of what Alice is saying too. It's like, oh, this gay thing is going to blow over. It's just a phase. And then you can get married. It's like, are you dumb? Why? And I do think that it's because, like she was saying, she was protecting her. I really think it's because she knows that Kevin is a good guy and that she wouldn't be in danger with him. Because I think that her dad is a murderer, which is why Alice is trying to prevent her from marrying somebody that could potentially be a bad person. So I'm assuming he's the one that kills Ethel's parents. It pisses me off that she sent her the Sisters of Quiet Mercy. It's such fucking bullshit. And I don't, like, because she was reading a sex book, like, this is exactly why people were getting pregnant so much back then, because they had no sex ed, they had no information about sex or anything like that. I mean, I think teen pregnancies have also spiked, but like back then they'd get pregnant and just get married, you know, like a midge situation. It's going to be interesting to see things like go back to present day, because I'm wondering if they're going to have memories of all this stuff, you know? Because like, what are they going to do when they go back to present day? And like, what's going to happen with Julian? What's going to happen with Midge? Because she's obviously dead. Like, what's going to happen with these other characters that are clearly different? Are they going to remember the fact that, you know, Archie dated Cheryl, or like Jughead and Veronica had a thing? I don't know. I feel like they have to have some recollection of the stuff that happened in the past, because otherwise, once they go back to the future, or like present day, and if they didn't remember anything, it would pretty much be pointless. Like, okay, so this episode, if you could just got rid of it, you wouldn't even need it type of situation. Like, what would be the point if they don't remember or have any impact on them? I really am here for Cheryl and Archie's friendship, though. I do hope that they still have a friendship and like that she can confide in him. And I'm happy that Toni like interfered because she heard about them running away. And I love that, like, the respect that she has for Cheryl, that she's not even going up to her being like, but you have feelings for me, or da-da-da. Like, she just is solely focused on making sure that Cheryl does not make a mistake for her own self. And I'm glad that Cheryl finally listened, and I think it helps that she has somebody like Toni, who she herself said, like, I was in that position before. And it's somebody that she can be honest with, and she hasn't yet, you know, they haven't said the words. Like, when she said these things, she was being vague, but like, it was a situation where Toni and Cheryl definitely knew what the other person was saying, you know, because they can't just outwardly speak about being gay in the locker room in the 50s. So I just love that. And I love that it's like a, you know, just like when Toni had told Veronica about her chasing after somebody or whatever she said at the one makeout party. It's kind of like, you know, I'm playing the long game for this. It's gonna take a while, but I'm going for the long run, which is sweet. And I can't wait for them to get together. I hope it isn't a thing where it takes forever, though. If anything, let them be together and have it be a secret for a while. I hope it isn't like, okay, until she's ready to come out, then they could be together, because we've waited long enough for Shoni, and we deserve a full season of Shoni. We are finally getting closer to Barchi. And I love that when she came to tell Archie, like, okay, we can't do this. Like, I'm not the right girl for you. Da, da. And the fact that she said, like, the right person might be across the street or whatever, across the one house over. Oh my God, my heart. And then she's sitting on her bed, like, reading or whatever she's doing. And he's writing the poem for her. And then he folds it up and goes to give it to her and then gets her up because his fucking uncle's there. And he's, like, coming to, like, set him straight, I guess. Like, what did Archie ever do? All because of that. Because of them having sex when they didn't have sex. And then you tried to arrange their marriage. They called the marriage off. And then all of a sudden he needs fixing. He needs a new mom is what he needs. That just is so weird to me. And I hope that that doesn't keep him from being with Betty. But I do kind of like the little chase for it again, you know. Jughead and Veronica. I don't know about y'all, but I was like feeling something. I don't think that this would translate to present day Veronica or whatever they're called, because I just feel like too much has happened in all of their histories that like they just wouldn't work, you know. It would be interesting though if the end games were like flipped, but I do want Tabitha and Jughead to be together. But for the 50s, I don't mind these two being together because the scenes that they actually had a lot of chemistry. And when they were calling each other Nick and Nora, that was so cute. And, like, they do have a lot in common. And it was so sweet that she fixed up his train car and she's, like, helping him with Ethel. And they're just, like, really sweet together. There's something about them that's, like, just really wholesome. And wholesome isn't really a thing that you would use for Veronica, you know? But their relationship just seems very selfless and innocent in a way, but it's cute. Like, they're really sweet together. And I like how they're in their kiss, he like pulled back and was like, whoa. Then she kissed him again. It's just something about it is cute. It's like a little underdog story in a way, but not really. I'm worried about Ethel being in the Sisters of Quiet Mercy. We know now that Julian had picked her up. She's cleared pretty much of being the murderer. And Julian had picked her up to give her a ride at the dance and sexually assaulted her. And then she ran home, and I'm assuming that's when she found her parents. So I don't think she's fully off of it yet, but I'm guessing it's Hal. I don't think it was Julian. I'm glad that Jughead punched him, though. That was really satisfying. Alice is just on some other shit, you know, burning the book, freaking out. But I do think it's all going to have to, like, it's all going to come full circle because I really do think that she's trying to protect her from Hal, from being with a Hal, you know. But, like, why was she so pissed off about Archie and her closing the door when they were practicing dancing? Because, like, you know Archie's a good guy. You know he's, like, as wholesome as it gets, more than Kevin. So, like, I love that at the end Kevin was able to be who he is, and Betty even read about it and was like, I think you're brave, you know, whatever she said. And I'm glad that he has her now, and that he said that he never meant to hurt her, to lead her on, and waste her time. And I'm glad that they're, like, okay with it now, because I really do think they love each other. I just don't think it's romantic. I know it's not romantic. I think they wanted it to be, but it just never was because he's gay. I'm interested in the Midge and Fang's storyline. That's crazy that the pregnancy tests weren't a thing, at-home ones, until 1977. That is insane to me. So that's why they were doing that crazy experiment. I was going to say, why don't they just get a pregnancy test? This was just such a good episode. It was really, really entertaining, really good. Like I said, I hope that when they do go back to present day that they don't forget their whole lives here. I don't think that's going to be what happens, though, because I think that they're going to get their memories back before they leave the 50s. So clearly they're going to have some recollection of what's going on in the 50s. So that's going to be interesting to have those conversations like, wait, we kissed? Or like, wait, we were together? Kevin and Betty were together? It's going to be interesting. So I hope that they get the memories back somewhat soon, and that we don't have to have more than like a half season of it, you know. I don't know what to expect with Archie's uncle because, like, we don't need him here, honestly. What was the point? I don't need him there. But I cannot wait for Cheryl to read that book, and then for her and Toni to finally, like, fall for each other. It's gonna be so cute. And I do hope that Archie finds out soon, and that he can be a support to her as well, kind of like Betty is for Kevin. I hope the next episode isn't just Jughead's stories, though. I hope it's not. I hope it's like a mix of the two, because I'm gonna be sad. But maybe that is Betty and Archie. No, I think that was Cheryl and Archie. I know for sure it's Archie because it shows him beforehand in that lighting in the same place. I think if that is Cheryl, I don't think it's real. And if it's Betty, I also don't think it's real. I think it's gonna, like, take a little bit to get to that point. So I'm assuming that it is a Jughead story. and that he's telling Veronica. That's what I think it is. But hopefully that's not the whole episode. But yeah, I loved this episode. Thought it was really, really good. Really strong episode. My favorite this season. Just want to give a heads up that the next week's episode is going to be late. I don't think it's going to be Wednesday or Thursday. Probably not even Friday, but I'm hoping like by the weekend or Friday or the weekend, but it might not even be that because I'm getting surgery on Monday and I'm not going to be in any place to be able to do some work. I would really love to try to edit or try to get myself to sit down here and film, but I don't think that's going to be the case because it's going to be quite painful. So wish me luck though. I'm pretty nervous about it. I was kind of avoiding looking stuff up about surgery and just kind of living in my head about it, but I finally looked it up because I was like, well, what if there's things I gotta know about it or prepare for or like things to buy that might help me out? But it was a mistake because now I'm scared. So wish me luck, and I hope I'm gonna be on the way to feeling better with my knee situation. But yeah, loved this episode, and I think that is pretty much it. I will see you guys for the next one. Thanks for watching.
Well, it's something looking like that, make a gentleman stare. Oh, well, it's something looking like that, make a gentleman care.